Bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence, donde la esperanza vence. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. Hey, hey, hey. Lachey, shay, shanay, nay. I'm telling you what. Uranus is in Gemini today. Your anus is in Gemini today. So what's your anus doing? I'll tell you. It's shifting perspectives. It's giving us surprising information. It is giving us innovations and technological ways to actually get around these technological days. You know, Uranus in Gemini is gonna spice up our Mercury for areas of life for the next 7-8 years. I love you, and I hope you had a great Independence Day and holiday weekend. Hopefully you still have the day off today. And it is Monday, July 7th, 2025. And we are alive. Oop, here's our flavor, Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, so that's that Jezebel energy that my friend Warlanda's cup of coffee with Scream. She's often referring to this energy. She refers to it as Jezebel energy, or it could be somebody who's not using the fire in their lives or in their chart appropriately. Fire signs in the astrology chart are going to be Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. For me, the Queen of Wands reverse is this black cat in my house, not pulling her energy appropriately. I guess not me either, because I attracted her to go on my leg, like, and give me this whole ass, dude, yeah, the cat, like, caught her dew claws in my leg about a week ago. And this past week has been super intense. Not super intense. Actually, I'm just being dramatic because Mercury's in Leo. So the way that I speak is more dramatic than it would be. But anyway, with Queen of Wands reverse energy, the house cat, not my cat, his cat, not my cat. But she got her dew claws in my leg when she tried to just literally body hug my leg like about a week ago. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then it became infected, actually, and it became like kind of a situation. Woo-hoo. But yeah, all's well that ends well. Queen of Wands reversed invites us to take a hold of our fire energy, take a hold of our creativity, take a hold of what we're passionate about, take charge of our own health, because with Queen of Wands reverse energy, Warlanda is right. Sometimes there's people out there that use their divine feminine life force energy and cast some gnarly spells, or maybe they don't know what they're doing and they cast spells, or they pray over people that don't want to be prayed for, or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like channeling your life force energy in a way that is unhealthy, right? Queen of Wands upright is wonderful because she causes things around her to bloom. You know, she's getting a hold of that Leo energy. The pyramids back here, the energy is hot and dry. And just like, you're able to synthesize the solar energy appropriately. You're not getting burnt. You're not taking somebody else's energy and making it your own. Queen of Wands reversed it can be predatory energy. It can be parasitic energy. It could be the energy of like the succubus. You know what I'm saying? But with Queen of Wands reverse in a personal reading, I suppose those would all be how that could flow if you take this personally. But like when I do read, this is for the 7th of July, 2025. It's a general energy for all of us. It's a weather report. So this could probably be people using feminine energy and weaponizing it to detract from something else or to lead our culture in some kind of way, right? Okay. So that's going to flavor our 3 cards. So since we get a jumper, those of you who have been here before, thank you so much, those of you who have been here before. Oh my heavens. I shouted out Warlanda. I'm a huge devoted fan of Robert Phoenix astrology, the Leo King. Well, if I start going, I'm not going to stop. So maybe one video I'll just keep rattling off like YouTubers that I respect and love. Or little by little, you might just get them sprinkled in if you tune into KWIK HIT Tarot daily, Monday through Friday. Here's the playlist. Somewhere along here, I sprinkle in the little thingies. I don't know if it's on this side of the screen or that side of the screen. KWIK HIT's playlist, yeah. You can click on any video and maybe it'll have a reading for you today. Thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. Hit the links below if you want a personal reading. This is a reading for the 7th of July, 2025. All right. Your past, present tense, your future. All right. Five of Swords reversed, and then your past, present tense, Magician reversed, and then your future, Five of Cups reversed. That's interesting. Two reversed, all reversed, all reversed. All reversed. Okay, well, those of you who have been watching these videos for a while already know that when we get reversed cards, that means that we have more work to do. That means that we have internal work to do, okay, in order to make these cards come around the right way, the clear way, the obvious way, the clean way in our environment, all right? Fives are, for me, a number of tension. Can you imagine a five-pointed pentacle, for example? This pentacle needs that tension to be present for it to form itself. Kind of it reminds us of a cell or an atom. You know, we need that tension and repulsion even to kind of get things to stabilize in this reality that we exist in. So fives are numbers to where, you know, we're kind of feeling a loss. We're kind of feeling a loss. Even when we feel a win with a five, it's still a loss. Because even with the Five of Swords upright, that's a Pyrrhic victory. That is the only reason you won is because these don't want to play with you anymore. These homies are just like, okay, sounds good. You can have it. You know, this is somebody that like at all costs. Do you know what I mean? And these are people who would rather cooperate. Okay? So with the Five of Swords reversed, you know, we have an energy where, you know, ain't nobody gonna be so smug. Maybe they might have to cooperate, or maybe we've just given up on these type of arguments and we're focusing our energy somewhere else. Maybe we're not even, maybe with the Five of Swords reversed, this is even, well, it could go one of two ways. Five of Swords reversed can become even more of like an argument instead of like us just letting them think that they quote unquote are right. With the Five of Swords reversed, this becomes even more of a discussion or an argument sometimes. But in this reading, my first hit, my KWIK HIT, which is where we're at, is that with the Five of Swords reverse, we can lay down the swords altogether and not have these sort of intellectual battles. This is kind of the South Node in Virgo. We can let go of the logic, we can let go of the reasoning, we can let go of the fact checking, and we can go towards the North Node in Pisces, which puts us more in our feels, and it also gives us a trine to the energy in Cancer, which is Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? The sun is currently in Cancer still for a while here, a little bit here. And that energy encourages us to be more in our feels than in our thoughts. Okay? More water than air. The magician has all the tools available to them, but this magician is not using them appropriately. This magician is trying to push on the flow and trying to act upon the flow and trying to impress themselves upon the flow. And they're trying to take their own power and exert it. Here with the magician upright, you can see that this person is in the flow. You can see that this person's antenna goes to God. You can see that the heavens and the bright light and the bright, sun is glowing around them. They have their emotions, their money, their thoughts, their passions, all right here now. And they can cause everything around them to grow and be beautiful too. It's not just them, but here it's all about them. This can be borderline narcissist energy, the magician reverse. This can be somebody who actually does cast spells. It was interesting because when I was bartending last week, one of my good friends, actually the first guy that ever got the paid tarot card reading from me, he was always asking me questions and asking me to pull cards, and I finally started charging him one day. It was hilarious. He was another bartender there. But he was joking around about like voodoo and hexes and yada yada fucking yada, And I was like, dude, I don't do that stuff, But somebody like this would. Oh, I have to call out. Yeah, Christine gave me this bracelet. Isn't it pretty? She gave that to me for my birthday. I just thought it looked cute with the flowers, and it kind of matches the flowers. I do a bouquet of the day from the yarn. With Five of Cups reverse, we have an energy to where I do like to see this card in reverse, but it still does mean that we have work. It means that we can take the things that we've been grieving over, or take things that have given us sadness or toxicity that we've had to let go of. Usually with the Five of Cups reverse, that means that we can do something constructive with this sorrow, constructive with this grieving. Okay? Five of Cups upright means that we're still in the process of grief. We're still in the process of letting go. We're still in the process of crying, really. And I cry all the time. Well, no, that's a lie. I cry maybe once a week. And it could be over something happy or over something sad. But with the Five of Cups reversed, whatever we have sorrowed or grieved over, it's becoming a constructive and growth-producing force in our lives. So that's what I have for you. Yay! Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate it very much. And I'll love to see you tomorrow, God willing.